Well, we'll see how this phone does for me. You know, my other phone, I don't know, it just finally gave out. It was probably me, but I'm starting this so late because I've just now figured out how to use this phone. I think this is an iPhone. My other one was a Samsung. And the buttons aren't in the same place, but this isn't my first iPhone. But anyway, what I'm doing is making, what am I making? I'm making chicken and dumplings. I don't know, I'm hoping they turn out like, her name is Brenda Gant. She lives in Alabama, and she cooks Southern food. Well, I'm trying to make her chicken and dumplings, but you didn't get to see most of it because I was still trying to figure out how to make. I couldn't even figure out how. Still can't figure out how to answer my phone. Friend called this morning and I had to call her back because I swiped like it told me to, but it didn't do anything. But then other people call and I answer, so I don't know. But anyway, this is chicken and dumplings. They're different than the fat dumplings that I grew up with. When the first time I had chicken and dumplings in the South, I thought whoever made them just did not know how to make them. But they are delicious. I like them better than the fat ones when it comes to, I can't find I can't find my pizza cutter. Now, why didn't I figure that? Well, there it is. My kitchen's so little, I do not often lose things. My daughter says my voice doesn't sound right on YouTube. Actually, they suggest writing a script and you go by a script so you're not humming, hawing and all of that. Well, I don't know that I'm ever going to go to that much trouble. How can you read a script and walk and make dumplings? I don't know what's the matter with people. They just make things hard. Okay. Well, that's easy for them. It makes it hard for me if I'm trying to be like them. But I've decided I can't be like them because you could spend a whole day doing this if you did it exactly like they want you to. Anyway, this is half of it. I'm going to roll out the other half, and then I'll bring y'all back. Oh, anyway, did I finish telling you about Brenda Gant? She's from Alabama. She's in her 70s, and she is the real deal Southern cook. Now, she makes things that I've never seen before. She makes I'm bringing my broth back up to boil. I used chicken wings and then a package of chicken breast for and then I, instead of water, I used chicken broth to boil it in. Did I finish telling you about Brenda Gant from South Alabama? I think she's on YouTube. I used to, not YouTube. She hasn't been on YouTube for a couple of months, but I think she's on Facebook. I haven't looked for her because Facebook and I stay on the outs some, you know. But now, the dumplings, you make these dumplings just like a biscuit, and you roll it out. And it doesn't make any difference how much flour you put on. It doesn't seem to me that it makes that much difference. And then you just drop them in this boiling broth when it comes to a boil. I should have had the camera on when I was cleaning up this mess. You know, my daughter will not even let me cook in her kitchens because I'm such a mess. But let me tell you, that battery-operated vacuum is a dream to have when you're messing with flour. It just comes in here and it just picks up all that flour and you know, sweeping, sometimes all you do is it just kind of gets in this corner and that corner, and then you got to get out the mop. And okay, when this starts to boil, we'll hit this red button again. And look at it boil. Now I have friends that take a rotisserie chicken, take all the meat off of it, and boil those bones for chicken broth. Now I think technically you're supposed to put these in one by one, but I haven't got the patience for that. And two, I think I got too many dumplings. I may have to freeze some of these. Oh, look at it. And that flour that's left on, well, look at me. I don't blame anybody for not wanting me in the kitchen. Thickens the broth. Now, one lady I watched on YouTube, because you know I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watched several of these last night so I could figure it out for sure. Anyway, she put, after all of this was done and everything, she put a little milk in them. I'd never heard of that before. I never had. She said it made it creamier. Not supposed to stir them. Everybody said that. I'm getting too much flour in there, I think, now. Well, it is what it is. Excuse me. I'm making these for a friend who is having a procedure, and this is going to be her convalescent food from me. I love convalescent food. It's always real homey. I had a friend when I was taking chemo brought me homemade potato soup every time I took one. That's all I could eat for a while because my tummy didn't want anything else. So that's Emma wanting out. I'm going to go let her out. I'll bring you back when I put the chicken in, and this is mostly flour. Okay, let me turn you off a minute. Well, now the battery says it's wanting to go dead. So I'll hurry. The chicken's going in. You see it's all nice and cooked. And the chicken's going in. Then I'll take it out on the back porch, let it cool down, and then put it in these nice containers. Now you can't microwave those containers. I better put a note on the top. Well, she's 80. She knows not to microwave in plastic, surely. And that's all there is to it. Now, if it was spring, we could put some chives on here, some pretty parsley or something to make it pretty. But this is pretty delicious. Well, I haven't tasted it yet. I'm thinking it's delicious. You've got to really try hard not to make chicken and dumplings good. Okay, wish me luck on getting this up on YouTube, because it took me all morning to try and figure it out. I think it was because it was so simple and I was trying to make it hard. Oh well, 365 days. Y'all have a great day. Stay out of the wind. Now, how come it won't turn off? Well, what do you have to do to turn the thing off?